what's the meaning of an emotion? And these are some of the ideas that I would like to share with you. An emotion is a spontaneous reaction. Your brain gets the information and you feel it. An emotion, it's not something that we can think about it. We just need to feel it. We really need to understand that is a reaction. An emotion is not something that I can manage, as they used to say. It is related to memories, beliefs, and past experiences. As you know, in our brain, we have this part that is the amygdala, which is our chip. It's the place where we keep information. As soon as something is happening or is triggering something, the information will unfold and will come, not only the information from what I am experiencing here and now. It is opening information that I have stored and that it's coming from my memories, the beliefs, and from my past experiences. The emotion is not something that it's happening in the present. It is happening in the present in terms of the feeling in the body, but it is not only related to what is happening in that present moment. It comes with everything that had happened to ourselves. And another thing about the emotions is that it is based on self-interpretation. You cannot feel the same thing that I feel because everything is related to your own experience, to your own interpretation of the things. When we say, I can understand what you are feeling, in fact, we are lying. We can be empathic. We can relate to the feeling that the person is experiencing. When you are saying, I know what you are feeling, it's not true. Because what I am feeling comes from my own life, from my own experiences. And I interpret that information according to my knowledge, according to my story. I think that we really need to take care of our vocabulary when we talk about emotions. When someone is sharing with you how they are feeling, we can listen, we can relate, but we cannot fully understand what they are feeling because their experience and our experience is completely different. That is why we have lots of issues related to emotions because we want our couples, our bosses, our families, our kids to fully understand what we are feeling. We can explain them, but we cannot expect them to feel exactly the same. The emotions are like water. The emotions, they are always moving. They are always changing. And we can relate our emotions with the water. Our emotions, it's true, they are connected to the moon and they have a rhythm. Sometimes, and just think about the water, sometimes it's very strong and sometimes it's very quiet and calm and relaxed. So whenever you connect with those emotions, relate them with the water. We talk about the moon and the effects of the moon in our emotions. And that is true because the moon has this reaction in the water, in the sea. And we are 80% of water. So, of course, the moon has an impact. It is stronger in some of us and it's less in others. It depends on how we manage as well our own emotions. And we need to understand that we are not crazy. Some of us, we have really huge waves of emotions, and some of us, we are more calm and we don't react as fast or as strong as others. We need to follow our own rhythm, the rhythm of our own emotions. And because if we are trying not to flow through that rhythm and trying to push ourselves into behave in a different way through our emotions, then we're beating ourselves up and we are getting very, very tired. We are stressing ourselves because we are going against our nature. We just need to understand how I work, how I express my emotions, how I feel my emotions. If I am a very passionate person who feels very deep and strong reactions, then I need to calm down, to inhale and exhale before acting. If for me it takes time to understand, to connect with the emotion and to react, then take that time also to answer to that emotion or to connect with that reaction. The purpose of our emotions, how they serve us, they are a very beautiful guideline. They are giving us this green and red light. I always use this example. When you are feeling a not very pleasant emotion because something activated or triggered that emotion, that reaction in you, then it's red light. Stop. Think what is really happening. What this person, this situation, this thought is activating in you. And then take this break and ask yourself where this is coming from. What am I opening? Which belief, which memory it's coming, it's been activated in me. If there's a pleasant emotion and you feel completely happy and fulfilled, then it's a green light. So go, enjoy it, but really allow your emotions to guide you on how maybe you need to behave, or maybe how you need to take care about yourself if you are not feeling very good, or if the emotions that you are experiencing are not pleasant. The emotions, they are a very beautiful reminder of movement. They are always changing. We cannot feel the same way 24 hours. We are always moving. And this movement, it's really to show us how we can change in one day. Maybe in the morning we woke up like kind of blue with no energy to move or to start our day. But then things during the day changed. And in the afternoon, you feel full of energy, you feel more happy or motivated. And maybe at night, something happened also in the afternoon, and you feel satisfied about your day. And a day that maybe started in a bad mood, it will end in a good mood, or the other way around. And we need to flow with that movement. Emotions, they are here to promote change. If we connect and if we accept how I feel, then I will ask the questions and then I will change what I need to change. Maybe if I activated by myself with my own thoughts and not very pleasant emotion, then that emotion is telling me change your narrative, change your mental speech, change the activity that you are doing because you are not feeling comfortable, change the place, change the music. Always being open to change. Don't stay doing something or being with someone that you are not feeling good because you are going against yourself. Even if it's a situation that you cannot live in that moment, try to find a way of changing or moving at least your attention. If you are in the middle of a discussion and you are, of course, not feeling comfortable, just listen. Observe all the emotions that are being activated in your body. Don't try to react towards the person or the situation. Just observe what my body is feeling, where my body is feeling this, which type of emotions are being triggered in this moment. Like this, we can change again our reaction. The purpose again of our emotions is also to experience pleasure. We are not allowing ourselves enough time to have or to experience pleasure. And this is also one of the things that we need to learn through our emotions. To be more flexible. As I said, these are to bring movement and change. If we are a rigid person and a strict person with ourselves, we are not being flexible to feel whatever we need to feel because we want to control everything with our mind. We want to control how we are going to feel if I eat that cake. So you are trying to control things that are not really happening, and you are not flexible enough to say, okay, let's use this example of the cake. Today I will bake a cake, but maybe the cake was not really good, and then at the end of the day you need to buy a cake because the one that you baked was not good and you are not happy with that. You need to be flexible. Maybe the oven is not working today properly, or you don't have the mood or the tools that you need to bake that cake. We need to be flexible. And your emotions are here to show you how flexible we need to be. Another thing that it's quite important is to understand duality. There's nothing good or wrong. Both exist. There's no heaven and earth. Well, they are, but they both exist and they both coexist in the same place. One thought, one person, one situation that activates an emotion has also activated the same duality in you, or there's the duality of it. So when you are feeling fear, when you are afraid, at the same time, courage will be activated if you need it. You just need to look at it. Always remember that if you are feeling a not very pleasant emotion, you also have the information for the pleasant one. Duality exists in everything that you are feeling, in everything that you enjoy or you experience in life. Again, the rhythm and the flow. Connect with the water, connect with those waves, connect with how am I feeling, how it's my tide, my inner tide. The communication. If I connect with myself, if I know how am I feeling and why am I feeling like this, I can communicate this to my partner, at the office, with my friends. If I fully understand how I feel, I will find the best way to communicate that and to share where I am in this moment and what do I need. Also, through the emotions that we feel, we can contribute. And this is also related to the communication because, as I mentioned at the beginning, the emotions are coming from your own experience. Whatever has been triggered in you, it's coming from your own beliefs, memories from your past. And when you share that information with love and respect, you are contributing to the person that is listening to you to have another perspective of what they see. When you connect with your emotions and you share your emotions about a situation that maybe you are experiencing with your family, then you are giving them the opportunity to see another side of the same thing through your own emotions. For me, this is the beautiful gift about emotions, that we can open our mind and we can become more conscious that it's not only our own perspective that exists, it's also the perspective of others that will give us more information and a vision and a wider vision of what exists. This is the beautiful gift coming from emotions.